youth runner here with Duke standout Max Forte. We don't have to think about the 2023 ACCs anymore. We don't have to think about a world of 7,100, 78.53 here at the 65th Mount SAC Relays, top collegiate, and a fantastic field with a lot of guys, obviously, that are still very well connected to the NCAA system. Obviously, a guy like Austin West, a star at Iowa, but now helping out at Nebraska, and in addition to Key McMorrison and Kendrick Thompson, obviously, you always knew that it's all about health and timing and availability and whatnot. But I saw you have a great moment over there with your father. Just what's in your heart right now, man?
I just feel so blessed. I really do. I feel so blessed. 7,100. That was my first decathlon I ever did, and this is my second. And just to be out here and to be put in a position by my coaches, by my family, by my friends, by my teammates to come out here and perform with good health, with good spirits, with good training behind me, I can't say it better than just really feel blessed right now.
And obviously, we're one elite Duke multi-eventer is. There's multiple. Where there's one great coach, there's multiple. Having the blessing of talking with Aaron Marsh so much in her journey. Obviously, Lexi coming there now, to be a part of this community that you have in Durham. It truly takes a village, right? So
absolutely.
Not only Max, your family, but obviously this incredible support system that you have in Durham. Can you articulate just how powerful that's been for you?
Yeah.
In great days like today, but obviously during some of the humbling, very very patient times since that first deck in 23.
Absolutely. The only thing that I could ask for, and just the thing I got the most from everybody, was just belief in myself. I think to have such a big system, and such a great system, and like you said, so many legendary athletes and coaches, and just believe in me, believe in what I have, what my potential is, and to keep pushing me forward no matter what the day is, keeping me focused on kind of what I can do, what they know I can do, has just meant the most to me. And having, it's even more better when there are guys who have accomplished so much in their own careers coming to me as a young athlete, as someone who scored 71, my first year, and looking at me in the face and being, you're going to go to nationals, you're going to have a big score, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And I can't, I feel, again, it's back to blessed. Like they were really the X factor in me becoming who I am today, and I really am thankful for them.
I don't have to share with you that life as a indoor heptathlete or outdoor decathlete requires a lot of humility and a lot of patience in general. But what has been the driving force for you since ACCs in 2023? You've contributed so much to the Duke program as a great teammate, as a great friend, as a great training partner. But to say I want to have this career flourish on my terms and not a athletic trainer or I want to be able to see that and realize what that full potential is.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been the driving force during those past couple of years to set you up for 2 days here in Walnut?
Man, I'm really glad you asked that question, because my dad, every time, all throughout high school, all throughout middle school when I was running track, every time I stepped out to compete, he said, what's the number one rule? And it's to have fun. And I think for me, just a joy of the sport and keeping that joy, and that joy gives me the drive to become better. That joy gives me, every day I don't have to go to practice, I get to go to practice because it's something that I really want to do. And I think keeping that joy of the sport it's driven me to be here. It's what's going to keep driving me forward. It's something that, once I start having, or I'm not once, but if I ever stop having fun with the sport, that'll be the day I hang the spikes up. But I'll tell you what, right now, I'm having so much fun.
Absolutely. Also just to go back real quick to talking about, Aaron and Lexi, even though Lexi was at Colorado State, now being part of, Aaron and her have both said how much it's benefited because multi-event athletes speak a language and have a mindset and an understanding that is unique to them. So obviously to be able to have not just great training partners but incredible teammates that understand what 10 events over 2 days or 7 events over 2 days indoors, what that entails, what that requires in terms of courage and heart and will and determination. How valuable has that been for you?
So valuable. My first decathlon was my sophomore year of college, so I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know the mentality that went into it. And one of my teammates, Gage Knight and Michael Bennett, both of them were some guys who have had, Michael had a little more experience than me, but those guys just showed me the mentality side of the competition and how to handle myself, how to keep myself under composure. You know, when I was younger in high school, I would get angry at myself too quickly. I would throw things. I would throw my cleats in the ground. I would get upset like that if something didn't go my way. And just to have those guys show me how to keep composure, not only through actually telling me how to do it, but keeping composure in their own actions throughout practice has also been like another just really amazing thing to have and show me the way. Yeah,
most definitely. Max, last thing, wraps up with 4:37 and 19 in the 1500, and I was joking with Hakeem and Kendrick and Alice. I said for 9 events, it probably wasn't most ideal conditions for a deck, but for the 15, it's like, hey, you know, the same way with the women in the 8, it's like, hey, maybe a little bit cooler, you know, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but just in terms of how much you had left at the end, right? Because you haven't had that feeling of like, how deep do I have to dig after 9 events? Because it hasn't materialized since it's 2023. Like, just how, you know, the time aside, how encouraged were you with how you felt over those 3+ laps, and like now being able to build on that going forward?
I felt great, man. I was running behind my teammate Michael Bennett. I knew he wanted to go out and run fast, and he's an inspiration. He really is. He really works his ass off in the time show, and having him, you know, just as a driving force forward, and knowing that, you know, all my teammates and I have put in really a lot of work and enough work to run times, this time and faster. You know, I didn't need to go faster this week, but I'll tell you what, if there's a time or a need that I need to go faster, I will. And so just having that confidence in the workouts, and only having the confidence that I've seen my teammates, guys I love, doing the same thing that I know I can do, really made it easy for me. It really was. It was easy.
Well, huge shout out to the aforementioned Michael Bennett, sub 4:30, to finish off his 1500. And if that is asked of the great Max Forte at the ACC Championships or at the NCAA Championships, I can't wait to see him ride for the occasion.
You'll get it.
Like he did the past 2 days. 78.53. Like I said, that first one and 7,100 and 86 points is firmly in the rear view. I can't wait to see that march toward potential 8,000 foot at Decathlon. Max, congrats. Well done, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.